Grumpy old man.
Hello, we are Grumpy Old Man. Welcome back to our continuing story about Black Sabbath. We closed the last episode with the album Born Again. That's when Ian Gillan joined the band. My dear friend Peter, he knows all about Black Sabbath. Well, a lot. And yeah, take it away. Please.
Yes, so we're in 1983.
Okay.
And they did one album, one tour, and Gillan said it was the longest party he has ever been on. So that's the funny part, of course, is the fact that Gillan couldn't remember the lyrics from his own lyrics. He did remember, but he couldn't remember those old lyrics. So he had a book on stage, which he turned with his foot. It was behind the wedges, and there's this funny story that he didn't thought of the fact that they used a lot of dry ice. So when the first song started, he didn't know the first line of that song. And there was enormous massive amounts of smoke, so he had to try to outrun the smoke to the front of the stage, but couldn't read it, so popped his head out. What was the next one? Oh, great! I love to watch that, but. Yeah. I don't know if it's ever recorded. Okay, great. But after that year, Gillan went back to Deep Purple because they reunited at that point. And Black Sabbath really fell apart. Bill Ward already left before the tour. He was out of the band, of course, when they were with Dio. Bill Ward went into rehab and stuff, and he was clean when he started playing on Born Again. Huh. So he recorded the album, and then they would start the tour, and they would celebrate and give Bill a great cake. It was great work that you. Are clean for 1 year, etc. Great stuff, and they came in with the cake, and he was pissed because he had drunk an whole bottle, and he went back into the whole alcohol stuff.
Didn't they bring a hash cake for him? Something? Jesus.
Yeah, and that was the story with Bill.
Oh.
And on the tour with Born Again, they had the guy from ELO. I forgot his name now, of course.
The drummer, huh?
Yeah. I just see his head, but I don't know.
Bev or something?
Yeah, Bev Evan. Yeah, right.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, great.
Wow.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of going on in the band, and it really fell apart. Butler wasn't interested anymore. Bill Ward was out of the band, and Iommi thought, well, maybe I will make a solo album. So he started. He would make a solo album with different singers, but stuck on one singer, and that was Glenn Hughes. And he recorded that one with session musicians, and then the record company said, no, it's not an Iommi solo record. It's called Black Sabbath. So. Then there was a new album from Black Sabbath called 7 Star, which is also a nice album. Glenn Hughes is, of course, great. He has a great voice, although he was really into cocaine at that point and other stuff. They went on tour to promote that album, and Glenn Hughes got into a fight in an elevator with the road manager, who punched him in the nose, and then he had something in his throat, and he couldn't sing anymore, so half the time the vocals were done by Jeff Nichols. After 5 gigs, they replaced him with another guy called Ray Gillen.
Yeah.
Normally a band would already split up, but they went on, of course. But okay, but the tour is nice because on the 7 Star album, the re-release, there is also an extra DVD, extra CD, sorry, with a concert with Ray Gillen on vocals, and it sounds really good.
Yeah.
It's great stuff. Yeah. After that, after that tour, they had the problem that they started recording a new album, The Eternal Idol, and I don't know if is this on this one or not. No, The Eternal Idol, and that album was completely recorded with that Ray Gillen. Who said after everything was finished, I'm out of the band. Great. So at that point they found another singer. Of course, I keep forgetting names. While Tony Martin. I don't believe it's
unbelievable. I know it.
Yeah, great. Thank
Gonna
God.
have a lie down. Jesus.
Thank God you know it.
Yeah.
Tony Martin.
Yeah.
And they had the whole album Sing Again by Tony Martin. He had 3 or 4 days to do that. But they said keep the same lines as already sung by the previous singer. So, yeah, it was a really mess, I can say. But it's a great album. Eternal, I think it's. When I first heard it, I thought, "Wow, it's great." It was a more modern sound. Of course, it isn't the old Black Sabbath. It wasn't the Black Sabbath with Dio. It wasn't the Black Sabbath with Gillen. It was a new kind of Black Sabbath. Let's say from that album on, The Eternal Idol, they started having a new modern sound. But it was. Again with all hired guns, the drummer from Lita Ford and the bass player from etc. So although it was a success, they Iommi thought, well, it is maybe better to get a really stable lineup. So he reached out to Cozy Powell and he agreed and came into the band and sort of co-produced, steered Black Sabbath in a more stable position. And they made Headless Cross, and at least you have that album that's in this little box. Oh, there's also a cover here.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
right. You said you have to buy those 3 albums. So. Cost me a lot of money, always.
Headless Cross. And when I heard the opening thing of this album, where the drums kick in, God, Jesus, this sounds great. And indeed, I think it's an incredible good album. Really powerful played. Cozy Powell just knew how to produce those drums, and it sounds really good. Yeah, a great album. What can I say? Great album.
I will never disappoint you, Cozy Powell. Jesus Christ! No, God. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna do the lyrics? Okay. Then I have this list here because I don't want to go in the wrong direction. They went in to make Tire, and that's this one. On that album, Tony Martin thought, well, Black Sabbath, so he did all kinds of lyrics with devils and other stuff. And they said to him, oh, maybe you should try something else. So he went for Norwegian myth kinds of stuff, and
that's great.
And did all the lyrics for Tire, and that's also a great album. I must say, lineup is with Neil Murray in the band.
Oh, wow, the bass.
The bass player from Whitesnake and Colosseum and Bruford, etc. Yeah, great album. It's a little bit more polished, I think, than Headless Cross, but it's a very decent, good album. Then, as they thought everything went all right, somehow Geezer Butler bumped into Ronnie James Dio and said, after a heavy night of drinking, we should get back together. And the next step was to get Geezer Butler and Ronnie James Dio back in Black Sabbath, but the problem was that Dio couldn't work with Cozy Powell, so they were making demos, but it didn't really work out. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I don't know, Cozy Powell fell off a horse, and that horse fell on him and he broke his pelvis, so he couldn't play. So they had to bring another drummer, and that was, of course, Vinnie Appice, which also played in the Mob Rules version of Black Sabbath. And they made another album, which also was, I heard later on, really hard to make, Dehumanizer. But I think it's, again, a great album.
Yeah, that's a good album,
Somehow Dio didn't use the Demons and Dragons stuff and sang more about real life things as TV crimes, computer god, etc. I think it's a really good album. They had a really good tour, and at the end of the tour they would support Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, because Ozzy Osbourne did his farewell gigs, whatever that meant at that time. But, and Dio said, I wouldn't sing on those concerts, I won't go as a support act for that clown. Okay, great. So they did a tour with Dio, and then the last two concerts was with Rob Halford from Judas Priest, who fell in and did that these two shows. There is footage on YouTube, and it just looks great and sounds great also.
But honor for Halford, I think. Yeah.
But they know each other, of course, a long time, because Priest was from Birmingham and Sabbath also, so they already knew each other. So that's the end of the Dio second time in the band, Dehumanizer. Iommi started again with the old lineup, so Powell was back, Murray and Tony Martin, and they produced Cross Purposes. This is a DVD from Cross Purposes Live, and I must say the fun part is that also Tony Martin sings all those old Black Sabbath songs, as Into the Void, The Wizard, Symptom of the Universe, and he sings them really, really good. He's a really good singer. He doesn't get enough credit, I think, and people say, oh, he doesn't have a stage presence. But the guy has a really good voice. Yeah. So, that's a very nice show to watch. Also, they played in Moscow, and they that was also a very weird thing. They played,
Bobby Rondinelli.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah.
Bobby Rondinelli took over from Cozy Powell. Maybe this one is later than this one. But
where was he?
Rainbow.
Rainbow?
Yeah.
Brent? No.
No, not Brent X. No.
Balance?
No. Yeah, Doro. I saw him with Doro in Paradiso.
Yeah.
This is also nice, because this is just Black Sabbath in Moscow, and they did two shows on one day, an afternoon and an evening gig, and this is one of those gigs, and there is some point where they play, believe it or not, Apache from the Shadows.
Oh, yeah.
Not that one, but the other. And and it's on this DVD. It's very fun to see Iommi playing a Steinberger guitar, by the way. Okay. That's there goes my list again. Cross purposes, right? After cross purposes, they made another album that would be produced or was produced by Ernie C, the guy from Body Count, the band from Ice-T. And I don't know why they ever did that, because Cozy Powell was asked to play more hip-hoppers like. Well, that didn't work out, and the whole album is, I think it's one of the worst albums they made. It's it didn't sound well. It wasn't up to par. It wasn't Black Sabbath. It didn't sound too good. But there is a version now mixed by Tony Iommi, and it sounds a lot better. And I must say, well, it's better, but it's still not. The compositions are also not so great, I think. But and that was the end of that era with Tony Martin. It stopped there because there was a lot of money involved to get the old Black Sabbath lineup together again, which they did. And that was in the end of the 90s, and there is this DVD from that period, Last Supper. Very nice to see, but the problem with this DVD is the fact that all these interviews are in the middle of songs, so you don't see that's too bad. But fortunately there are, of course, on a couple of bootlegs like this one from Pittsburgh in '99, and that's great. It's better than the official one, to be honest. And that's great also. Ozzy back in the band, playing all those old tracks again.
Never laugh.
Yes, that was fun because somebody waved with a few dollars, I think, behind the camera. Great. No, the first day were really enthusiastic, and it was also with Bill Ward, so that was great to see him back in the band again. They made an album, a live album, and there were 2 extra songs on there, which were studio, and one of those tracks couldn't be performed by Bill Ward, so they replaced that with a drum machine, and they said, yeah, great, we're going to make a new album, and that album never made it. But now I heard not too long ago, or maybe 2-3 weeks ago, that there is somewhere a complete album, but it was rejected by everybody and never came out. So maybe one day that will see the light of day, and then we can say it's shit or not. You never know. Yeah. But they kept on going on after that, and this is also the same lineup with the Bill Ward again, on a great bootleg from Greece. Good stuff, sounds great, nice, very nice. I also have this DVD, by the way. That's where Tony Iommi explains how he writes his music, but he's not really. He's really nervous, I think, while making this video. It's the same as with Alan Holsworth, where you think, oh, yeah.
This is with Adam Wakeman on
on keyboard. Yeah,
the son of Rick Wakeman.
Yeah.
Nice.
Correct. He was also there until the end.
Oh.
Adam Wakeman. Yeah. So that was that. Then what happened then? I'm think a little bit because this is right. Then the whole thing just fell apart again after that 2005, 2006. Then the record company thought, well, maybe we can make a Dio years best of double CD. So they did, and then asked, is there extra material? There wasn't any extra material, so they said maybe you could write as a new song. So Iommi contacted Dio, or vice versa, I don't know, and Dio went over to England and they wrote 3 songs in 3 days or something. So that was great. They had Epicy to play on those tracks, and that was nice. And they said, well, maybe you can do a tour and promote this stuff. Great, we're going to do that. But then Sharon stepped in and said, great, but you can't use the name Black Sabbath because Ozzy isn't in the band. So they decided to change the name for that lineup in Heaven and Hell. And they did a tour for that album, that double greatest hits album thing. And this is a DVD from a concert in New York, where they perform great stuff. And after or halfway this tour or something, there was an interview with all the guys, and there was a question asked, will there be new material? And everybody thought, well, no, we're not going to do that. And Dio said, yeah, great, we're going to make a new album. Nobody knew he thought of that. So, okay. So they did. They made an album under the name Heaven and Hell, and that is this album, The Devil You Know. So it's the 3rd time Dio is back in the band, and I think this is maybe, or did I already say that? The best album ever did.
You said about 5 albums now. But this is from that 5. Definitely.
Yeah, but this is really, I think it's a really good album. It sounds incredibly good because now Iommi has the producer's jobs, and it sounds really good. It's The Devil You Know. I really love this album.
Yeah.
Great guitar sound. Everything is great on this album. Then following a tour, there is this DVD from Wacken, Germany, and they play everything from that album. Well, not everything, but a lot also from that album, and this is also great to see. And the problem here is only that Dio wasn't well. He had that problem with his stomach, but it's really weird because you can't see or hear it. The guy is there, sings great. After this tour, he went to the hospital to check himself out, and he had cancer and died in a couple of months. And that was the end of Dio, and that's really too bad. Yeah. But as normally everything goes on in Black Sabbath, so they try to revive the old lineup again, and they would make an album. And so everybody in the band was hip hip hooray, we're going to make a new album. And then Bill Ward was kicked out because he had got a contract he couldn't sign, he said. And I think he got a shitty deal. But they did make an album called 13. And that is with the drummer from Rage Against the Machine on drums. Yeah. And it's produced by I'm forgetting. Every time I'm sitting here, I'm forgetting names. Who is that enormously famous, well-known producer? Rick Rubin, of course. Rick Rubin did this album and said, think of it as your second album. do you have those old amps, Tony? Let's use everything from that time period. And that didn't work out. So great stuff. And I think this album, no, I don't think it's really good. It looks great, by the way. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Very nice cover. But no, I don't think it's great. There is one song on here that's a bonus track, Methademic, and it sounds like Heaven and Hell with with Ozzy Osbourne as a vocalist, and that sounds great. But the other songs, I don't know. They're too long, and somehow they indeed step back to the Paranoid
too
album.
Forced to do it like that.
Right.
Yeah, but although it's a great producer.
He
has his own
own vision.
and
sure.
Yeah,
But and they say, they were really the band was really enthusiastic when this came out. Now 10 years later, they say, I don't know where Rick was because he wasn't in the studio. So it's all okay. They did a tour, and that one I saw myself. Fortunately, gathered in their masses.
Was that the first time you saw?
No, I did see him in the Ada Hall, but that was with Tony Martin.
Oh, okay.
So that was way back.
Yeah.
But this is of course the old lineup. Not of course it's the drummer Tommy Cluratius or something, who was the drummer from Ozzy solo band, who plays on this. But a great drummer. And it was great to see them, and I felt privileged to witness Iommi's presence in the room.
Yeah.
Although it was quite a large room. Okay. Here's another one that you can try to open, and then in the end they made this one. It's called The End, and that was where they the last tour they would ever do. And I thought, well, I had to have this because this is great. And there's also very nice because and I want to show this because this is really or is it not? Oh no. Eh? Maybe it's in the other one. No, I think it's in the other one. There is something with fucking hell. Kan het nou? Oh, here. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeps. Guitar picks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A guitar pick from Butler. Who plays with his fingers? So that's really interesting. But it was a nice gesture, let's say that. So that I think, and of course, now we're gonna come to the conclusion. Then after this, everything stopped. The band sort of stopped playing, and then of course there was this rumor there would be a one-off gig, and that was July last year, and they did one final performance with a few songs, and because Ozzy was of course quite ill. And then after that concert, he died 2 weeks later. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So that is the end of Black Sabbath, I think. Well, I hope that Tony Iommi will do some more stuff with the old albums, remix them if possible, and he's going to make a solo album as well. And I hope that would be great. There is, of course, there were 2 solo albums. One with several singers and one with Glenn Hughes again back. It sounds great. It's also the different approaches, the Sabbath sound, but not in a Sabbath way. It's great.
Yeah.
I think it's great. The guy is incredible.
Yeah, he is, because I remember the funny lines you told a few weeks ago that another guitar player, a heavy metal guitar player, was saying without him we would all be without a job.
Yeah.
So he has inspired so many people.
Yeah.
And as a band, of course, also. So yeah, now great, Pete. Jeez, man. I'm always with my notes, and you just. But yeah, you're a real fan from Sabbath,
and of course Black Sabbath, as this sweater says, hè? And you know, from their famous album Heaven and Hell.
Oh, Sabbath.
Yeah, there were a few letters they were forgetting to put on.
From North Korea, you bought the shirt. Yes.
Real Chinese fans.
Yes.
We love Black Sabbath. Okay. Well, yeah, that's it, I think.
Well, thank you, Pete. Great. And yeah, we hope to see you next time. Gonna do total different
Of course,
things.
we're gonna do total different
They're
things.
total different, but great tribute to your band.
Yep. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It was wonderful! Bravo!
I love that.
Yeah, it was great.
It was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
We're doomed.
We're dead already.